Hey guys, lowman02 joining Cardboard Confrontation's Eli this evening with a 93-94 battle. I'm going to be playing a very janky deck this evening, um, but it's also sweet. So I'm not going to give it away right now to Eli because I kind of want him to enjoy first time seeing it. But you'll get to see. It's actually a more modern archetype that I tried porting over into this format. That said, Eli.
What do you, uh,
Ooh, okay. I think this is a keeper.
huh.
I mean, this hand doesn't really do anything, but I think you keep this anyways. Yeah, I'm keeping it.
Either just mine, but I'm keeping it.
Yeah, this hand's really bad, but well, it's not bad, but it's kind of bad.
It's not bad,
That
but
makes sense.
it's bad.
Yeah, it's like
As
that
he
kind of bad right
as
there.
as he proceeds to drop.
No, it doesn't have like the Wheel of Fortune draw. It just has like a lot of artifact mana. It's kind of
Well,
like one of those hands where like you don't do anything.
oh
Dark Ritual.
my hand just got a lot better.
Well, when you pick up Dark Ritual, it tends to.
Well, I had a dark ritual.
Oh, okay.
Do I want to do
You
that?
can Wheel of Fortune us. I would appreciate that.
So if I go that 3, no, I'll just do this.
Oh, okay, that's fine. I don't care about that.
No, I just drew
My deck's
the
not doing
dreams.
that.
I had my opening hand was just mana and no action.
Ah, that's kind of what my hand was. So we kind of kept similar hands.
Pretty much, yeah.
All right. Well, you lost some of your mana.
Yeah, I was gonna lay that, but I kept it just in case Winds of Chains.
Oh, okay. Well, you're playing another kind of combo deck. All right, Howling Mine. Ooh,
Yeah.
that has an interesting synergy with what I'm up to.
Another combo deck.
Well, kind of. Combo griefer, dude.
What are you playing? Some like Field of Dreams, Millstone?
No. Not with Badlands in it. I think that deck tends to be like a blue-white coloration.
Probably, yeah. But you said you were Bruin, so you never know.
Oh yes, I'm definitely a Bruin. That is for sure. I'm gonna take this one out. All right, you go. This is kind of more of a prison deck.
Unfortunate.
Did I take you off color you needed for the Winds of Change?
So I could keep that.
Alrighty. I did not take you off Winds.
No, I didn't even have it in my hand.
Ah.
I just kept it in hand in case I drew Winds. Good old city on the stack.
Him.
Ooh.
Oh, there's the Winds.
Me, I drew one.
Alright. Take a little bit of damage here.
Fireball for 3.
Yep.
Interesting.
Yep. I actually do think it's the right play there. I'm running more than one in my deck, and I think lowering my card count in hand is actually relevant here against Underworld Dreams.
Well, Dream doesn't really care how many cards are in your hand, just that you draw a bunch.
Well, yeah, Winds of Change, though, is the unrestricted card, right, that you've got available?
Yeah.
Alright, so Bolt. Nice vice, bro.
Yeah. Kind of expecting that one after the hymns.
Take a twist. Let's twist again.
Yep, that one strip mine got me good because I would have played another Dreams.
Yep. No, that's what this deck does. It blows up artifacts, attacks mana bases, and throws fireballs at face. Alright. Alrighty. I may just die to this Underworld Dreams, though. If I don't draw into some gas.
Hopefully I'll just, I don't even know what I want to draw. Land wheel. Lotus
Yeah, that'd be
wheel.
pretty good.
Lotus wheel, actually.
Yeah, those would be pretty good.
I guess I do this now.
Throw a boulder face. Okay. Taking some juice off that rack.
Yeah.
Alrighty, am I dead?
So, rack is... So if I have 3, I'm fine.
You are, I want to say. One second, let me reread the card.
Cast that then.
Okie doke.
I did draw the lotus.
There we go.
Not the wheel, unfortunately. That would have straight killed you. Nine to 4. Pretty close.
It is. I have to think here. All right. Go ahead, sir.
Two cards.
Yep. Okay.
Not gonna play a land.
Alrighty. You get there?
I will. Say land. Yeah. Should have got
You did?
there.
Okay. Alrighty. We'll see. Alright.
And I go.
Okay. That's good enough for me. I can see you want to kill me with the wheel.
I can conceive of her. I'm just gonna get Twister.
Actually, hold up. That's actually not an auto loss. Never mind. I have to play it out. If for some reason I get 3 bolts in my hand, I technically win, right?
Yes.
All right. There you go. I thought you were going for Twister. I was like, if it was Twister, I actually win this game. I could win this game.
Good, yeah.
Not likely, but probably do. All right, we'll take this card out because the Abyss is bad against your deck. We'll put in a Shader. I also want to cut. Probably put another Shatter. Leave it a Ball of Fire. Alrighty. I'm going to sub it. I only made 1 change. Took out my 1 copy of the Abyss. I had a sweet card in hand that you didn't get to see there. It's called Storm World.
Storm, yeah, 1 red.
And if I had Bolt, I could have won. Well, my hand consisted of Winds of Change and Storm World. So this is 6 rack.
Yeah, I kind of have that deck you're playing, like, semi-built. It's been on my to-do list for a while.
Does it run Chains of Mephistopheles?
I think I have 1 copy currently that I own.
This is a 4-copy Chains deck, so I didn't see the Chains, which I was kind of actually looking for in that game. Yeah. I call this deck Ball and Chain because it basically just like top decks into Fireballs and Lightning Bolts to win, and just like completely goozles hands. So like the nut draw is like Black Lotus into Chains, Mana Source, the Rack, plus like Storm World, Winds of Change, just like goozle their entire hand. They're down to 0, like, cards, and then just like go to draw steps every turn and just kill them that way. Which I think in general is not bad against Dream strategy. It just depends on how fast you get out the gates too.
It was funny. My opening hand was like a bunch of mana, but no action. But then I actually drew like multiple Underworld Dreams.
You did. You had 3 in your hand. Because I think I hemmed a couple out.
Yeah, and then stripped me of a 1. Yeah. He hemmed my other one because I had 2 rituals. Otherwise, I would have gotten ritual and then lucky enough to draw. Do I keep this? Yes, keep.
All right.
Yep.
All right, Library of Alexandria, go.
Sure.
Loa? Loa battles. Gotta make that land drop. Alright,
keep,
go
keep,
ahead.
keep a one-lander.
No, I really did. Not kidding. I'm kidding. I did not keep a one-lander. I'm pretty greedy, but I'm not that greedy.
I've had Jordan do that a couple times. Keep a one-liner library, and then I like strip him. I'm like, dude, you have to like realize we're playing with like 4 strip mines in a lot of our decks.
Oh, Loa's a funny card like that though, because a lot of people, even in vintage, like it's not people will keep one-landers, but they'll keep a lot worse hands with Loa, especially in like blue mirrors. But so as you just get out tempoed.
Hmm.
Put down that sick rack.
So I can that.
Okie doke. Seems good.
And bing, bing, bing. Bing, bang. How do I want to? So 3, 5 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, sure, why not? I don't think I've ever had quite this weird line, but
okay. Okay. Taste it.
yep.
I did, however, have a 2-lander. Alright, I'll draw for my turn. Oops, can't do that yet.
2-lander.
I did have a 2-lander with the library. Un momento. It's everyone's favorite. It's that change time, baby.
Player will draw a card.
Take a bolt. Go.
So I can't use the library with that thing?
Nope. That's why I threw my bolt at you. Either of us can use the libraries. And any draw 7s will delete our hands.
Player would draw a card except the first one. A player discards the card instead.
I've tested with the deck. It'll delete hands, and Low will not work. It's not like Leovold where you can do it on their turn and maybe draw one. It's only the draw step. That's all you get every turn.
So I want to.
Nope.
So what happens if I cast like a Windage Change or something?
Your hand's gone. So is mine. You can cast it. Our hands will just go away. And that is not something that's my deck's trying to do. So I'd go ahead if you want, but I don't think it would. You will not do damage to me with your Underworld Dreams. So that's your thinking.
Player would draw. It doesn't stop Underworld Dreams completely.
No, because the hands just get deleted. I never draw again. It doesn't mill. Now with no, it's a replacement effect for the draw. That's why. So I mean, you can give it a shot. I'm pretty sure it does not work though. Okay.
Such a weird card.
It really is. And it's like randomly kind of good against what you're up to, I think, right now. Taste it, buddy.
Okay.
Yep.
I'm curious.
You gonna cast Ancestral? It's not gonna. It's gonna mill you. Well, you actually get to choose which you want to discard, but it's not really good. black, I suppose.
Go.
Alrighty.
And I want
Rar. Alright. And good game, I believe, buddy.
4 my side.
Yeah, 4 plus 1, 2, or 3 plus 2. Yeah. What did she come up to? Yep. Alrighty. Well, turns out Chains of Mephistopheles, an often underplayed card, tends to be pretty good against I'll draw 7s and whatnot. Oh, I'm gonna think here. I want this in some number. Probably not. Alrighty. Yeah, I'm gonna resub it. I only have 1 Disrupting Scepter main. I think I probably want 2. To be honest, just to fight against you trying to build your hand size up.
Yeah, yellow 65.
Is that what you bring in? You bring in the Babs to kill the Storm World. There's only 2 Storm Worlds because they're world enchantments, so you can't have more than 1 at a time. So I only run 2.
I do this with this deck so often. I'm like, I don't have a sideboard, so I just jam. Remember the one
Does
game?
Does it ever F your mana base up though? Does it like F your mana really bad?
Oh yeah, you get like 20 mana good, but for some reason it seems to work out.
We're both playing Jank, so it doesn't matter. It's fine. Well, you're playing a real deck. I'm not. Like my Unreal deck just happens to be. I think it has some good like main deck hot tech against Underworld Dreams. Okay.
This hand is horrible, and I kept it anyway.
Okay. Well, I won't lie. I tend to like horrible hands that my opponent has. I'm gonna play the Solarino here. The Solitary Ring. Throw a bolt. All right. Yeah. Yum. Taste it. Don't get too low on cards, man.
I'm sure I'll be low in them. Chain already.
I have 4 in the deck, buddy. Like, that's what this deck does. It chains them up. Like, it casts some bad cards. All right.
Yep.
How many cards in hand? I'm sorry. I just got out of troll a little bit. Boom.
Really? Already?
Yep. Ouch.
Why do people always draw that early?
I don't know, man. I mean, it's either that or him. Like, him's still pretty decent, right?
And I have 4 odds I can't draw.
DT here. I'm going to find...
I'm glad that card is banned in Commander.
Oh, Mind Twist? Yeah, stupid. Like, Mind Twist is not a fun card. I mean, like, at the end of the day, like...
I'm not even going to play it in Canadian Islander.
Mind Twist, I actually think it's actively bad. I think people over-evaluate that card a ton. In Canadian Islander.
I just plan on not playing it.
Yeah. I actually dislike the decks that run it. I think it's actually I think it's less powerful than folks give it credit for. Is kind of, I guess, what I'm getting after here. All right, you go. The problem with it is it's kind of like Channel in a way. Like, if you don't have it when you need it, it's just Garbo. And, like, in certain matchups, complete Garbo. Like, if... Like, the decks that play, like, turn 1 Goblin Guide, like, it's not good. Like, you cast it, like, as an off-curve Hymn to Turek, and it's like, maybe you get their last 2 cards, you know, but you're still dying on board. Just one of those cards, like, doesn't change anything on the board position, you know? So it's just like, I don't know. Those kind of cards are generally underwhelming to me. All right, throw your bolt at my face.
That, and it's just super unfun.
Yeah.
Mostly.
All right, shatter. Well, my thing is with the evaluation of the card at most. I mean, like, even in like Cube, people over-evaluate it too. It's just, it is a very when it works right, it is a very fun card to play. Hugely unfun.
Well, I mean, it's either hugely unfun or it's just like, I basically drew nothing.
Just in case somehow you can deal with enchantments. I guess you could have Boomerang. All right.
Boomerang. Yeah. This deck doesn't care.
Alrighty.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yep.
Yep. What do I want? I really want change stops let my draws.
Yeah, I was gonna say Chains is kind of a beast, and I could have possibly gotten like something that was more proactive than Disrupting Scepter, but I figured this is probably a lock for the most part.
Well, with my draw steps, it is.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, it's gonna be really tough to get back up on cards, right? So like the best you can probably hope for is to draw into like an Underworld Dreams.
That's what I'm hoping to draw.
Yeah, I get it down, but it's a 1 damage per turn clock, so I think, typically speaking, I'll probably find something faster than that, but I don't know.
No, but if I dropped it like 5 turns ago when I had the mana to cast it, you'd be at like 9
Yep,
right now.
I'd be a lot lower. My draws have not been spectacular. I mean, you can see what I've got. I've got a ton of lands and whatnot. And I'm holding a Hymn to Turek right now. All right. Given my opener was pretty good for the deck. When I say pretty good, I mean very good. All right. Throw a bolt in my face, if you will. Counterspell. Okay. I did not know that deck ran counterspells. That's cool.
My version runs 2 counters, 1 mana drain.
Okay. Main deck, or do you sideboard any of them out?
Main deck.
Just probably depends. Main deck, yeah.
I sideboarded them out for game 2.
Yeah.
Now I put them back in for game 3.
I don't know if it's right to continue casting these out, but I should probably hold them just in case I get Storm World so I don't kill myself for my own Storm World.
Whoops. Misclicked through my turn.
Did you? Did you draw something that you wanted to play?
Just
I won't. If you drew something you wanted to just land, okay.
Doesn't
Well,
matter.
all right.
I don't think I can.
If it was an Underworld Dreams, I wouldn't hit you. I'd be like, all right, go ahead and cast it next turn. Just don't play your next card. Unless it's a land or something, I guess. But all right, yeah, I'm gonna leave that in my hand for now. Now, if I draw the Fireball, I probably just win. I don't think I need more land for that. I can leave a land in hand. All right, here goes something. Oh, a shader. Okay. Oh, my win con is offline.
Well, you get burned. Your draw steps are online. You just have to draw a Fireball.
Basically, yeah. Why am I doing this right now? I'm about to Disrupting Scepter you. All right, whatever. Land the Swamp out. Go.
Oh. Swamp.
Yes, sir. Swamp. Disrupting Scepter. All right, here's the bolt. Rawr. All right, 1 left in deck, right?
Yep.
Alrighty.
Oh my god, Underworld Dreams. You'd be
well,
pretty
Chains,
close to
man.
death.
Chains is yeah, I would be.
Yeah, you would. I think you'd be at like 3 maybe.
I am not sitting here saying this is a great deck. I'm just to throw that out there. I am saying though that it does have actually Chains is actually really good against this style of deck, like against like the draw bazillion. That's actually gonna just mean you never draw a card, bro. Right?
Meh.
Okay.
Well, I still get my draw step, right?
No, because you draw. Yeah, I think it bones you.
Yeah, whatever.
I think it's actually a complete lockout.
Well, I'm boned anyway. I'm just sitting here waiting until I draw Fireball.
Yeah, because see, look what's happening to my hand right now. I went from 3 cards down to 1. So great. All right. Go ahead. Oh. Oh, so good. I'm sorry, man. This deck's so obnoxious. I had to try to build it though. Like I was like, like I haven't seen 8 rack done. Yeah, so Howling Mind's actually another version of this deck. All right, well, I lose my Storm World. Actually, this would be a way to like lock us both out of winning the game. So like whoever milled first would would lose, and right now that would be me.
Well, you just need a racket,
Well,
right?
I have a win count on board already, but if I didn't, I actually would have lost the game because I'd mill before you.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I can't. Like, no one can draw cards anymore.
And I was looking
All
at
right, man.
our decks, or yeah, cards left in our deck.
Yeah. No, I was at 32, so no one draws anything if there's a Howling Mine. I'm trying to think. No, you can't respond because it's a replacement effect, so you couldn't like draw Shatter and then like cast it instantly.
No.
So both of us would just be like locked out of the game, and I'd mill. That'd be a funny way to lose a game of 93-94 actually. All right, I don't know if you want to play against that nonsense again. I'm kind of happy that it actually worked. I'm sorry if it was not a great gaming experience, but
Well, that's
no offense
fine.
to Five Color Dreams. Five Color Dreams is not like like losing to that. Also, it's not it's generally the best feel good moments.
I
Um,
like the janky combo.
yeah, I just really want. So I built two versions. I built another version, and it's actually 10 rack. And the way it gets to 10 rack, it's actually probably more than that because it's got 4 transmute artifacts and 4 copy artifacts for extra spice, plus the racks, the 4 racks, and then 2 storm worlds. And it's just it's a sight, man. It's certainly a sight. Alrighty, well, I got another cool deck. I actually really like this deck, and I think it's actually pretty decent. Um, so I'm just gonna let you know now. I'm gonna be proxying a card in this one because it does not exist on MTGO.
I ain't playing
So
Land's
you can
Edge
probably
again.
guess what I'm playing. It is, yeah, it's a Land's Edge deck. I would like to play first. Um, yeah, this is really good in some matchups and medium in others. We'll see. All right, basic land go.
Land's Edge. Bad matchup for me.
Is it? I'm sorry, buddy.
Playing white because you
Tron?
have access to white.
Yeah. Well, why not have the gross card advantage of land tax, which is I love this card. One of my faves. All right. Find that strip mine, man, before I get Ugin down here. That'd be pretty cool if you had the natural. All right, let me get mountain.
Nope.
Plains.
Unless I draw it.
Yeah, man. All right. Library of Lang, as I like to call LOL. Huh. Okay. Go ahead, sir. This is one of the issues this deck runs into online. I think there's a very good version. I guess to step back, this deck. So Land's Edge actually only cost red, colorless, and the card I'm proxying, Seismic Assault,
3 red.
cost 3 red, which actually makes the deck a little bit slower in enacting its combo.
Yeah, that's why I never built it. I thought about it. Proxy it, and I was just like, eh.
Yeah, it does kind of stink to proxy it, but I don't know. I think the deck is so sweet that it's just like I have a hard time not trying to play it.
Yeah. I don't know why they haven't put it on land. It's odd.
I think eventually they will, man. We'll see it at some point.
I'm sure it's programmed because I keep seeing all these cards when I play, like Momir and stuff. So they've already
Well,
programmed
there's a
in.
lot of their treasure chest program. They actually have released a lot of the older cards as well. 1 second, man. Thinking here. Sure, I'm gonna play this out and go.
It's a very slow start for this deck.
This deck tends to always be quite slow. I mean, once it gets there quick and in a hurry. But I'm assuming you're probably playing like an aggro mud list. Okay. Uh-oh. Here comes the beef. Colossus of Sardinia.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Colossus. That's a little too expensive. Maybe in Eureka.
The Eureka deck, that deck is sweet, by the way. I really like that deck. All right, let's tax to glory. I'm almost out of basics here.
I remember playing Jordan one time. He dropped down 2 Force Natures, and then I untapped an Armageddon, and he just died to his own Force Natures. It was so awesome.
Great.
I was like, yes.
So great. That is awesome.
Yeah, this is why I was like, yeah, white is the worst for this deck.
All right, I'm gonna Winds of Change for value.
Yeah, that was my typical wheel. Typical wheel land.
What was it? Well, mine was like a double hand wheel, like draw 14. You put these crappy lands back in your deck.
Yeah.
I actually didn't draw that well either, though, so I'm just gonna play this thing out.
It's the old Moto Clumper again. It's all lands or no lands.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but it does it so consistently.
And of note for the viewers, I'm not going to play a land here, even though I have very many in hand. I just want to keep on land taxing. Land tax is actually what allows you to use the engine of the deck to win. All right.
Whatever. Gotta do something.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, lose the mana. Sadly, have nothing to do with it.
Really?
Yes.
That is rough, buddy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man.
What? Every time I play old school, every wheel stuff, it's like legitimate all land or no land. It's almost never like a
You're
mix.
right. I watched your video and I was telling Jordan, I'm like, man, like I feel bad for Eli because like there were some games where like I really felt like I was not ahead. Like he just got completely owned by playing his cards correctly. Like it was just pretty savage. I'm gonna put a tax out.
2 tax.
Yeah, just to make sure I have no lands left in my deck. I kind of want to draw gas. I had a lot of lands in hand, a couple interactive cards, but like no win con yet.
I did have win cons. They were slow. They all got wheeled out of my hands. I overtapped again. Does not.
Actually, I think so tonight is kind of funny. This is like a Winds of Change night. We've played a lot of Winds of Change this evening. This is the third deck to feature the card. Okay.
Third, yes.
Yep. All right, I'll take the beats.
I'm sure you have an answer, but
I do, but I don't want to use it on that right now because I want to land tax twice. Actually, I should have just killed that thing because I only have 3 lands left in my deck. All right, let's draw something good here.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
Ooh,
6.
That's a sweet card. I just drew a really cool card. Skull of Orm.
Yes.
Very cool card.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 14 cards.
Yep.
Three. Well, send in the clown again.
Okay.
Yes, mana dissipates.
All right, so at most you probably have a 4-drop to cast. Okay, I'll take the beats. Oh, okay, that's it. All right, I will not kill it.
No.
Nope. Land tax is a very annoying card once you have no lands in your deck.
How many basics are in your deck?
I could count right now. 1 second. 1, 2. Well,
Hmm.
I have 3 non-lands in my hand, and I have a 14 card hand, and so that's 11 plus 2. Yep. So 13.
Ivory Tower. Yeah,
Yeah. Yep.
it's gonna be a game.
Yep. It's not a bad one. That's for sure, especially against aggro decks with 14 cards in hand. Okie doke.
Yeah, 14 cards in hand.
Okay. Okay.
Activate. Still not used to these factories. I just switched over to these from my foil promo ones because they're a negative now.
Yeah.
They're such an eyesore to look at.
So I'm gonna blow this fella up right here. Yep. And here I'm doing this for F6 value. Now that I've got you on an additional land, I can blow this thing up and not really worry about it.
Well, 12 cards in hand and
I only have 1 spell in hand.
an Ivory Tower.
Yes.
I don't think I'd be overly worried. Really,
No,
one spell out of 12?
Correct. It's the card balance.
Oh.
Balance is not. Yeah. Well,
Wow.
I've been land taxing, dude. All I'm doing is sitting here. Like this deck runs a ton of lands. Like it just hold. I've been playing lands. Nope. I could balance to get the lands out of my hand. I'm waiting for like a Winds of Change or like my win con or like another one of these nonsenses, so I can sit here and just like go to infinite life.
Draw a card.
I think regardless, it's going to be a challenge to race. I don't think I can mill. So.
This is 3.
Alright. Approximately 20 Ugins can be cats right now. Okay, that card could be problematic. Alright.
And yes, mana dissipates.
Alrighty. Well, good to know you have Nevin Jarl's Disc. That's a good one. Alrighty.
Mr. Pimp Hat there.
He is, man. He's got it going on, really. A fuzzy hat, nice mustachio.
She's got to do something about those bags under the eyes.
Yeah.
When you staying up partying too late.
Alright, so how many lands do you have? You have a ton. Okie doke. Well, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to play out, I believe, Library of Alexandria in expectation that you're probably going to Nevin Jarl's Disc either on my upkeep or something like that, and I'll probably be discarding all these land cards. I guess if you want to stop me from gaining like 40 more life, you probably do it on your turn. I don't know. We'll see what you do. Yeah. Alrighty.
Definitely in my turn.
Yeah.
So I want to play land.
Alrighty.
Draw a card.
Okay.
3 Disco Inferno. That's probably where that guy was hanging out at the disco.
Once I got to think for a moment here.
Making it rain.
Neither of us are going to be playing Time Twister, so it's better to put these back in my deck. Alright, Disco Inferno is on. Feel the heat.
Feel the heat. 3, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 6.
Okay. Okay.
And yep. So many prompts. Yes, I'm wasting mana, Moto. I know. This is where I wish I was playing an older version of the deck with a red in it. I could fireball for big right now. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 12.
Yeah.
12.
Alrighty. I'm gonna pass it over to you. Discard, 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 discard. Alrighty.
Beginning of upkeep, may exile.
Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and draw here for value. Alrighty. Okie doke.
No. Yes.
I believe this is actually a Euro rule deck, and I don't think it has strip mine. I think it has one strip mine in it. Thinking about it now. Cool.
Oh, Euro?
Bunch of little dudes. Yeah, it's Euro rules. I think it only has the one strip mine in it. I was like wondering where my strip mines were at actually throughout this. Okie doke. Get a card. Go up to 8.
3,
Draw a disco again?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14.
Rocket launcher. Actually, that's another weird random old card that's not online.
So if I lay that, that gives me 6, 7, 6. Okay.
Okay.
2, 4.
Okay. Get in for that sick 1.
Yeah, rocket launcher's not online.
Nope, it's unfortunate because it'd be pretty good in this situation.
There's that one from Meridian Block that's kind of the same. I think I played it a couple times with proxy for it, and I was just like, yeah.
I mean, you could play Rocket or Walking Ballista, and I wouldn't fault you. It'd be pretty much the same thing.
Yeah, there's one that's even closer in Meridian. I can't remember what it's called.
I'm gonna blow up the Thanos coffin here. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Let's go.
Okay.
Yep. Oh man, no, I've never been prompted so much in my life. About losing mana. Damn you, Tron lands.
Okay. Do this.
Yep. 5 lands. I want 1, 2.
Here you go.
Really?
Yep. Yep. Not the enchantment I want, though.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Not the enchantment that I want. It runs 2 main deck.
Really?
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah. I know you hate the card. Sorry.
I don't hate it so much.
It's a little spiky.
I would have played something a little that had to like I suppose I just have to like straight concede.
Yeah. Um, the funny thing was, I was halfway through my deck. I never saw a seismic assault / Land's Edge, which is kind of miserable. I'm just like, where is my card at? Where is this thing? Um, I actually. Is it blasphemy to cut like Mox Pearl and Mox Ruby from a deck? It's got to be wrong.
No idea.
It's got to be wrong.
I was actually going to play a really sweet card. Cool card next turn I haven't played in a while in this deck.
What was it? You know me asking. I mean, I don't. If you, I guess wait and tell me later, because I'm always curious to see new cards. I mean, or cards that are being used in a cool way in old school. Yeah, this hand's missing a pretty vital component, but I think I like it.
Yeah, I don't even know if I have Blood Moon in any of my old school decks. Maybe one or two.
Yeah, I put the two rack decks together like earlier last week.
We generally just stay away from cards that just turn games into straight non-games immediately.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I mean, like you look at like rack. I mean, like that deck is a poor deck. If it works, it does kind of turn strategies on their heads, so they just don't function. Like it's intended to be good against decks like the deck, which I think it tends to be. This deck is just good against aggro. I mean, it's just that's what it does. It fights aggro decks. All right, that's a good start. I like it. I like where your head's at here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll count myself lucky if it hits you once.
I'm gonna play this out right here and say go. Okay.
Well, 3, 4, 5, 3.
Got a trike bike.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Here comes the balance.
Maybe.
I'm guessing. You always seem to have the 1-ofs right away.
Well, I mean, in blue decks, yes, because there's just so many 1-ofs. You are correct. I do have balance. But I'm actually not sure if it's correct to use it here. So I take 8 plus 3 down to 5. If you have another trike bike, it's pretty bad for me. You know what? YOLO. I'm going to do this. I am going to disenchant your soul ring. Say go.
Okay. Really?
Do me a favor. Play in a way like you don't know I have balance. I just told you I have it, but I'm playing it this way because I think it's the smart way to play it.
I played you enough to know that you just always have the 1-ofs.
I always have it. Yeah, fair enough.
That's why
I am a lucky bastard. I'm a lucky bastard. I know that.
That's why it can be immensely frustrating, coupled with my never-ending bad draws.
No, I'm a lucky. The thing is, like, at the end of the day, like, you do not play old school for like tight games. Like, you just don't. Like, it's not a tight format. It's. I mean, like playing it tight, I think does matter. I mean, it makes you better in it. But I mean, there's just so many swingy cards. Like, it's just I don't know.
3, 4. Oh yeah, there's definitely lots of swingy cards.
Yeah. How much does it cost to use? Is 3 or something like that? Yeah. All right, a little bit of life.
3, yeah.
How many cards you had in hand? 2?
2.
All right. Land tax. Balance.
It's like, could you just not have it one time?
Yeah, no, I mean, I had it. I wouldn't have obviously used the disenchant that way if I hadn't, so.
Yeah. That's why I like to go a while between. Wait a minute. What's going on? Okay, it's just.
No, PM's definitely a more. It's a better format. It's a better format.
Yeah, I need space. I find old school sometimes tilts me up, even though it's like a fun format. Sacrifice all creatures. Yeah. Motor does
well,
that.
it's very unfair. Like it can be a very vastly unfair format, and like some of it's matchup driven, some of it's just It's just a very swingy format. It's, formats that have like a bazillion miser cards are just silly, especially like with cards as powerful as like the Power 9, right? Big jugs.
Yeah, it's just a weird format, and then there's like other cards that are like so lower on the power curve compared to everything else. It's like such a weird mix. Wheel, really. Wheel of Fortune.
Yes, sir. I have Isle of Walk in this deck. That's so awesome.
Doesn't tap for a mana, does it?
Nope. It does not know the manas. All right, just bolt this guy. Say go. Nope, it knows only the battle. Against the Flyers, that is.
3, 6, 7, 8. What do I want to play?
Okay. Okay.
Land.
Okay. Gain a little bit of life here.
Who knows lives?
Yep, that life.
Yeah, that was a pretty standard wheel for me. Got one creature out of the deal.
Sorry, buddy.
A couple of other spells, but 2 of them are also mana. This deck plays 25, which is high for old school, but not really that high.
Unfortunately, I could target jugs, but it would not work out in my favor.
Yep. That you could.
All right, Maze of Ith.
Another one off. I do have 4 strips. I do have 4 strip mines in this deck, and I have not seen one in.
And actually, Maze of Ith is a restricted card under the European rules. It may actually be restricted as well in EC rules. I forget.
No, they unrestricted it because they're like it doesn't add mana. So it's
no, it should be unrestricted in my opinion. It's good, but it's not that good.
Yeah, it's a huge drawback.
Hey, Isle of Walk's pretty much just as good as Maze of Ith if you play Flight in your deck or Jump. You can 2-for-1 yourself. Give their dudes flying. Do me a favor, man. Just attack me with the Mistress Factory. I will not Maze of Ith it. I hate being Maze of Ith trolled. Oh wait, Juggernaut only knows the battle.
Yes.
Only knows the battle. Never mind.
I got no choice.
Can't request that. Can't request that favor.
It jumps ahead of the queue every time.
No, they all do. It's like a Goblin Rabble Master, the new Goblin dude. Been playing with those cards recently in Highlander. It actually annoys me. Or like the Sweet Black deck also has some guys who jump the gun. They don't let you. All right, we got a Suchi. Oh, a coffin. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. That wheel was just land and mana vaults and a Juggernaut. 1 Juggernaut.
All right.
Deck is pretty creature heavy too. 4, 8, 12, 16, 24. At least 24 creatures. 2 towers.
They're not really gaining me much life right now, though.
Maybe 4. No. Threat. Something. Right. This.
Okay.
Combat Arena. That always.
Get in there, Jugs. I love Juggernaut. You know, I'm sure you know. The silly thing was banned at one point in time.
Yeah,
Big Jugs.
I don't know why. My nickname for it is Mr. Dies to Everything.
Well, not tear. He doesn't have a tear. The least played removal spell
Yeah,
in this
exactly.
format, tear. He dies to paralyze too.
He dies to everything. That's why. That's why his Mister dies to everything.
Poor guy.
Still like him
All
though.
right. Well, this may do me in. We'll see here. I gotta rip.
Mm,
You should dome me.
yep.
All right. Alrighty.
Also do it now.
Good.
Do. 8 cards.
Mm-hmm. LT. Alrighty. You go, buddy. Yeah, land tax. I think you had to wait on the Mishra's Factory. You use the vault because you put me back on tax, which means that I'm going to get some value off of the towers. All right. No thanks.
Yep. Surprise, surprise. May untap. Coffin. Yes. Do I want to untap that? No.
Tunnel's Coffin, pretty sweet card. It's like a very old school Oblivion Ring. And it has good value with Triskelion and Tetravis. Are you running Clockwork Avian or Clockwork Beast in that deck?
Avian, yeah.
Yeah, that card's pretty sweet. Those are interesting cards. And for the viewers who aren't tracking those cards, Avian's a 4/4 that loses a +1/+0 counter every time it attacks. And then you can like ratchet it up, back up for X mana to put +1/+0 counters on your upkeep. It's a very weird card.
You have to tap to do it too.
Yes, correct. You have to tap the dude, he can't attack. It's like really, yeah. Old school cards were not given to being broken, except for the mana. The mana is just disgusting. The mana is just effed up beyond belief. But the old school cards are actually, other than the engine cards, but like the threats are just bad. Generally pretty bad in this format. You find another trike bike.
Mm-hmm.
Or a Nevin Jarl's Disk. No, trike bike time.
I wish.
Alright, the disc. The disc. Little disco. Alright, let's put these two gentlemen last so we can gain a bazillion. Approximately. I guess I'm not really going to gain a bazillion. I only have 4 basics left in my deck.
Four basics. 13, 14, 15. How many land do you play total?
I have to relook, man. It's going to be fewer than you'd think in general. I'm just going to spend cards right now, just cause. Because it's not made for a 4 of Strip Mine format. I'm going to discard Isle of Walk Walk because it's probably a piece of hot garbage.
I'm probably just going to concede.
Yeah, I think I probably... I mean, I may not have you, but I probably do. I really got to make some draw steps, though, because I am obviously holding just a bazillion lands in hand.
Thanks a lot, Bounce.
Yeah. Well, restricted cards obviously make games silly sometimes. Nope. Nope. Triggers. Why? Alright. Here you go, buddy. I probably should have held that, to be honest. Just to play around more, what have you, Nevin Jarl's discs.
Oh, wow. Put your one of my strip mines in.
Get that maze. Alrighty.
Doesn't even matter. I'm just getting
No,
out of there on principle.
Honestly, what it may have been actually a little bit better is getting one of the red sources. Now, given that wouldn't be like a verisimilitude of reality, because I would just need 2 red sources to play out my threat. But at this point, actually, I'd probably need a Library of Lang to go with my threat. Alrighty, well. How many lands do you have in play? 6?
Yep.
Alright, I'm going to play on other mountains to go. I am going to need a 3rd mountain to play out my thing. Okay.
Could have played this guy last turn. I was
Suturino.
Expecting you to just kill me.
No, I don't have a way to win yet. I'm waiting to draw into it, man.
Oh.
I'm waiting to draw into my win con.
I assumed you have it. That's why I didn't bother. I was like, I don't even want to waste time. I'll just pass the turn. Let him drop the assault.
I had all lands as of last turn. I drew into a spell, but well, the likelihood of me drawing spells now is pretty high because I have no basics left. I think I have like a strip mine and maybe a couple plateaus. That's about to change though, so I'm going to STP this guy, and then I'm going to Winds of Change here.
Oh look, 3 more mana sources. 1, 2, 3, 4 creatures this game.
Alright, Seismic Assault.
There it is.
Library of Lang, and go. Yeah, I'm sorry, fans. When I say Seismic Assault, I mean a Land's Edge. That's what I'm supposed to be playing. I will not use to shoot your creatures. I won't be a cheap bastard and do that.
Why not?
Well, because Land's Edge cannot shoot creatures. It actually is a unilateral effect, so you could actually technically throw a burn at me, and it can only shoot face. That's right. And actually, it's a discard outlet, so you could discard creatures and stuff like that too. So you could use it in Reanimator. You could have like Land's Edge Reanimator, be a weird deck, but you can actually discard whatever card you'd like with it. So it's kind of an interesting card. Alrighty.
Yeah, you can discard anything, but if it happens to be a land, then you get to deal the damage.
Correct. Yep.
Whereas Assault is only discard a land.
Yeah, it's only discard a land is the activated ability. Then it can shoot anything, which I know in one of my recordings I forgot. I wasn't thinking, and I was like, oh, I'll shoot your Seer Angel down. I just was like blowing up their threats, and I'm like, man, this is great. You know, I'm like, oh, I'm an asshole. Like I just totally forgot too. I wasn't like trying to cheat the system, you know. Yeah. Oh, all right. Take some damages, buddy.
I'm just more used to playing with Assault.
Actually, you know what? It doesn't. I'm not gonna throw this out. What's that, man?
Just more used to playing with Assault. That's all.
I am. Yeah, I played it in some weird lands builds. Played it in 100 card because it's actually good enough in that format. In an actual lands-based deck. Alrighty. No, and if you play fairly and you don't like try to cheat, you know, with it, it definitely plays. It can play the same. Well, it can play the same with the exception of like you killing me, but it's not likely you're gonna kill me with 2 lands in your hand from like 49 or whatever. All right. Alrighty. Start throwing the tomahawk.
Library, and you gotta. Yeah, we're just.
Well, if you get a disco, you can still get me. I mean, I don't per se have a disenchant. Actually, I would tell you, I do not have a disenchant hand. I do not have a current way to deal with a disco at this point in time.
This does nothing.
I do have a Skull of Worm and a land tax in a Library of Lang in hand though, so I could get back from it. It'd just take me a little while. If you drew into a disco. But if you chain discos, you could get me here still, technically. And I think you're only on like a 3-turn clock right now.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna concede.
Okay, if you want to play it out, Matt, that's cool. I think, yeah, like I said, I think you're on probably a 3-turn clock if you don't interact.
Well, this is mono
So
brown. This is mono brown. It doesn't interact other than disc.
Yeah, well, disc is significant for this deck. I did not play around it very well in that first game, and it kind of got me pretty well. All right, I'm just gonna play one of my favorite decks in this format. It's not really a great deck. It's kind of just a fun one. It's good. It's good enough. It plays blue, so
the deck you mean?
It's no, that's not my favorite. But I just got. I told you in the beginning before we were recording. I was like, there's like people that like harangue me to play like against the deck, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm not a bad deck player, but I'm like, it's so boring. No, this is a fun deck. It plays creatures and attacks and still casts blue spells, but it's a little more fun.
So Ancestral by turn 2, you're saying?
Yeah, I'll probably get lucky and have Ancestral in my opener. Probably be on the play. Get to do it during your draw step before you play a land. I shouldn't say that because it's gonna friggin' happen. Now you know it is, man. You shouldn't curse us like that. I want to have a nice little game here. Yeah.
That's why I almost didn't even want to lay out my second creature, because I 100% already knew you had balance in your hand, despite not being able to see your hand. I'm like, yeah, he's already got balance. I'm like, why do I was just already resigned.
Brother, I am a known lucky player. I'm not gonna like lie to you and tell you I'm not. Like, I'm a known lucky player. Like, I'm a sack. Like, I'm very good at sacking.
Yes, this is how I know you have it in your hand.
It's a goal in life. Yeah.
This hand is horrible. But it don't matter.
All right.
I'll just keep everything in old school, because this format is just like, ugh.
Well, we'll play PM next time. And actually, I'll be honest, like right now, I'm kind of more on. I don't have Ancestral in my hand, by the way. I'm not going to do it during your upkeep or draw step. It is in deck, but I do not have it. I'm kind of been more on like a grindy, like kind of more like grindy format tear. All right. Well, you got that thing. That thing's good.
Can be.
Yeah. Okay. Discard, or are you going to play a Mox out?
Mox. Okay. Say go.
Okay.
Yeah, grindier is definitely more fun than super swingy.
Yeah. Well, it's just that's old school, man. It's just how it is.
Is it volcanic?
All right.
Serendip?
Yeah, and God, I hope you're not running Force Spike. That'd be a beating right now.
Not in this deck.
All right. Woo. No one really runs it. I still respect it. Like, I have been Force Spike before. It never feels good.
I do have it in my mono blue deck. It's really good.
No one expects it. That's why. Like, just no one is like looking for it. They're just like, nope. I guess I got owned.
I've Force Spiked so many ancestrals. It's pretty funny. Play land.
Yeah, especially if you're playing mono blue, because like no one expects out of mono blue. Like, if it's a Volk, then like they get a little nervous. But all right, you got a Ernie. Okie doke. Well, sadly enough, that train's got to end. All right, get in there, little buddy.
Yeah, we did have that one game where I was playing mono blue and I Force Spiked your Ancestral twice in the same game.
You did, yeah. I think I regrowthed it and got like just owned again. But I'm like, I try to remember what that. I think you had me under a clock, and like I really didn't have a choice. Like the first time you just got me, I was like, oh, I guess you have Force Spike.
Yep.
And the second time I was like, I didn't have a choice because there was like an air elemental or some nonsense beating the living life out of me, and I was like, well, gotta try. Speaking of which, Ernie's gonna race me pretty well, huh?
I hope so. What are you packing?
Another Ernie?
What are you packing over there?
Alrighty. Yep.
Obviously. You got Forest Walk.
Yeah, he does. That little guy getting in there like a freaking boss.
Couldn't have had that last turn. I thought about taking a turn off, but it seems so poor not casting her in hand. So elf.
Okay.
Land.
Okay. Have another Ernie or a Suchi?
No.
Oh, Time Walk. Okay, that's a good one. I hope I get one of those.
It's okay.
No, it's pretty good. That's 8 damage. I'll take it.
Oh, you can always block.
I can. I'm a greed sack, though. I'm not going to. Not yet, at least.
Okay, same guy, Moto.
Alrighty. You have a Seer Angel or something? Oh, I see how it is. Complaining about me having those Ancestrals and you draw white into one.
Only took me 7 games to finally draw a relevant kind of spell.
No, you drew it against the Chains of Mephistopheles deck, dude, and then promptly cast it and did not draw anything.
No, I actually just I still drew 3 cards. I just had to.
Yeah.
I was actually still able to draw though.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Can't just keep taking the beats.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a choice, though.
No, I mean playing that guy.
Okay, Cobbs.
Cobs. Corn on the cob.
Alright, you go, buddy. I'm gonna be in some shrubs here. I may be getting beat down by Ernie. Or do I have a bolt? Well, I don't have a bolt anymore.
That.
Alrighty, you got it.
And
that was a savage one because I think my ounce went to 0 with that dying.
I need like a Pendlehaven right now.
I'm gonna take for this turn at a minimum.
Alright. Let's see how I can lose from here. There's
Oh
a way.
no.
There's a way.
Oh no. There's a 2 of in the deck. That was not a good draw.
You only,
Yeah,
only
no, I got a block.
You only have 2 hands in the deck?
It's a 3-color deck.
Yeah.
Yep, it's a 3-color deck. It needs its mana pretty badly. That strip mine was pretty savage. I mean, that draw would not have gotten me out of where I'm at right now. I do have a card in hand that if I was able to cast, it would be very good on this board, but it's not going to do much here. Okay. Yeah. Look at my ounce.
With this.
Yep, force blocks anyways. Oh. Alrighty, what can we draw? I don't think I can think of anything. No, lightning bolt. No, it's not in this deck. This deck is not 4-color control. That'd be pretty ambitious in old school. I guess it is the deck. That should just be the deck.
The deck with hippies.
Yeah, the deck with hippies.
Yeah, guys, expecting a super control. Super control meta. I went hippies.
Okay, I want this. I don't think I need this. You don't have a Sword of Fire and Ice in your deck, do you? I'm kidding.
No.
I'm sorry. I gotta be an ass.
I forgot to put it in.
I lied to you. I definitely have 4 hymns in here. I don't know if I should, but I definitely do.
Yeah, when you said 2, I was like, what?
No, I started thinking of it myself. I'm like, do I have sinkholes in this deck? No, I just have hymns.
That was a
I
very...
did sideboard one out, though. Yeah. Bye, Moto.
Well, I got a full house in my hand.
Do you? All the mocks?
Jesus.
All right. Well, you're going to get me because I have a 1-lander on 5, so I think this game's going to you, buddy.
Possibly. I don't know. This hand's not...
It's going to bottom.
You
have a full house of lands.
No, I had a... Or actually, I didn't have a full house. I actually.
Well, you're talking about poker. You're like 3 Ernies and like.
Actually, I had quads. I had like 4.
Quads.
I had 4 Llanowar Elves and like 2 disenchants and 1 land.
This one's probably going to you, man. My hand is Garbo. I don't believe in mulliganing beyond 5 though.
Well, I guess.
That's just scry rules. Scry rules don't make it really profitable.
Scry
to go
rules.
beyond. All right. Well, you got me. I think think that is going to be enough. We'll see. I mean, I have to draw Ancestral Recall this very next turn against an Ernie on turn 1.
No terrors?
I have terrors, but I only have 1 land, dude. I just did not draw a land. I have scryed a non-land at the bottom, and I kept a 5-card hand with 1 land in it, which I think is correct. I don't think there's really ever a format where you mulligan. I mean, other than playing Dredge in Vintage, you don't mulligan beyond 4.
Yeah.
Or you don't mulligan beyond 5. I don't. I think mulliganing beyond 5 is just really bad.
I definitely don't in videos. We just start again. If it's like a game 1, it's just no point.
Yeah. No, it happens from time to time. This is also a greedier deck. I mean, it's not greedier as far as mana count. It should be drawing lands, but it does have a lot of double cast requirements. Primarily a black deck. And it's actually a pretty cool deck. Last game, I actually had Solkanar in hand. I was kind of hoping for a below draw, but the Strip Mine and the Disenchant kind of got me. You can get in here. Take away my Forest Walk capabilities.
That'd be pretty funny. Again, be like, okay.
Your go, buddy.
Boo, get the man land. I don't like winning or losing this way.
It's a shitty way to lose, but I mean, what are you going to do, man? I mean, it's old school, it's high variance, right? I mean, anytime you mulligan to 5, you're probably losing anyways. You know? I think you missed that. Oh, it's not Sierra, it's Brain Geyser.
Yeah.
Okay. For a second, I was like, oh, it was the card that I bottom scried. It's a power sink. I'm like, what are you power sinking? Oh, no, it's that. Oh, there's a tear.
Really?
Yeah, I got a tear in hand. I did sideboard him in. Oh.
I just drew a Strip Mine.
Oh.
I mean.
Black Lotus. Black Lotus is alive out. Let's see here. If I come back, I mean, you have a counter probably. Oh, it's my first land. Oh, all right, good game, man.
That was like one of my draws.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's mulligan to 5 on 1 land. I did not expect to win this. It was like the 4 Strip Mine format, like you said. You're probably going to lose. Alrighty. Let me show you my hand, my cool Grixis hand. I have a Geyser, which is obviously pretty much a Mold of 4 already. And then the Hippie. Yeah, your hand just
Sweet.
Blew up my next artifact or like plowed my first critter. Yeah. But that's what you get. There's my sick Royal Assassins. Those things are sweet.
Oh,
yeah, I was not hitting lands this game. My next land was like 3 more draw steps.
Your
Good
hand's
game,
pretty
buddy.
busted.
Yeah, no. Well, your hand was just. I mean, anyone's hand that actually operates is going to be better than when you mull the 5 and don't operate. You know, that's just that's actually one of the things. Do you draft a lot, man, or no? I know you deal with people who draft a lot.
I used to when I played Paper Magic. I would draft constantly all the time, like twice a week.
Yeah,
all the sets.
So I love it. I think it's like the purest way to play Magic, right? But like, there's 3. So this is my theory on draft, right? I have many theories on draft, but this is like one of the ones that this is how I describe draft games specifically. 1/3 of the games, someone's going to lose to early screw, either off color or land count, or they're going to lose to late flood. Someone's going to lose to late flood. One of those two things will happen in one game of a draft match set. One game, someone will draw and cast their bomb cards before someone else will, and they'll win. One of the other players will. The third game is going to be the grindy game, and the better player ideally wins that game, generally wins that game, and that's generally the game that determines that whole match set. And that's probably generally Magic in general, but I think it's just exacerbated so much in draft because I don't know why it is for me, but like draft always feels like it because it's the most fair format you can play. Like you're playing with fair ass cards.
Yeah.
But like that's kind of like my general theory on like how draft games always play out. And like I think in general, if you're doing it right, like most of your games or your matches should be like 2-1 match sets. As far as games go, because the card quality is like so similar, and so it's just generally speaking pretty homogenous outside of like your bombs in removal and threats. But in general, I just think that's MTG, right? That's the variance aspect of it. Old school. I think when you start playing formats that have as many restricted cards, both in current vintage and in the format, the Power Blue, Brain Geyser, Recall, all that. You get really kind of wild games that oftentimes you can't possibly win, and it's just I don't know. It's what you sign up for when you play old school. And I won't lie, I think next time I would much more so enjoy doing some pre-modern because as of recent playing you guys in pre-modern, like I've had a blast with the format. It's just there's still bad matchups. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I
Oh
played Sui
yeah.
Black and just like wish I'd never seen the deck before, or like the Oath deck against like I forget what deck it was that I played the Oath deck against. It was Enchantress. I was just like, I'm dead. I'm just like, I can never win this. It's just like the worst ever. Um,
Oh yeah.
you know,
Or Mountain
but
Pup.
but at the end of the day, like you have a lot more variety because of the wider card pool, and then I think you also get much grindier games because like there's no dumb mana. Dumb mana just ruins games, in my opinion. But you know,
Yeah, the mana in that format's pretty
it's the most busted ever made. I mean, outside of Mana Crypt, which is not in that format, it's like a year later. But other than that, yeah, it's the most busted mana that's ever been made. I mean, they learned their lesson pretty quickly. They're like, nope, can't do that. Ruins
well,
games.
well, they did make Tolarian Academy, so.
Well, that was a special time. So here's my theory on Tolarian Academy. Like, it would not have been a standard breaker if Diamond and Mana Vault were not in the format. And Mind Over Matter. I mean, like, Mind Over Matter was stupid too. It's like Stroke. Like,
yeah.
it was just so stupid. Like, so many like cards that were like obviously good together. Like Mind Over Matter with Academy stupid. I mean, I don't know what you think on that. Like, I don't know if you agree or disagree, but I think when you have Diamond and Vault in that format, like you set up situations where you're gonna and Time Spiral. God, I'm just thinking all the cards that go in that deck. It's just so stupid.
Yeah, that block was Bustarino.
Yeah, but I mean, like you look at it like Vintage, and like and you think of like how good would Academy be if you put it in Standard nowadays? Would it be worthwhile? I don't think so.
Probably not, but they don't make fast mana anymore, so.
Nope, that's it. At the end of the day, they just don't. They don't make it. I mean, hell, like Gaia's Cradle would be like a disgusting bomb in Standard, but I don't think it would ever see play. I don't think Academy would ever see play in mainstream games. Whereas when it was printed in what was that? Is it Legacy? Or what Saga or Legacy which one was that printed in?
Saga, yeah.
Yeah. I'll buy it. You sell cards for a living. I don't but yeah, when it was printed in that set, it was just like, God, guys, what were you thinking? I mean, then they fired like their whole team and brought a bunch of pros in to like,
Yep.
do it right, because they're like, can't do this again. Let's bring the
Yep.
folks in who broke this stuff. Yeah, man. No, definitely next time let's do some PM, and then if you guys brew some up, let me know some Canadian Highlander decks, man, because
Yeah, I've got a couple on the go right now. I just need to find the time to finish them.
Sure thing, man. And if you want any input on it, like you're around a lot of folks who I know play it, so you can probably get it up there. But if you ever want anyone to look at a list, give you any ideas or help you tune something, let me know, because like that's actually like probably the thing that I am in Magic. Probably the thing that I'm best at is that format, or just tuning in 100 card formats. Like I think it's a great way to play. It's almost like playing a draft, except with really good cards. It's construct a cube.
Yeah,
So
super fun.
yeah, definitely one of my favorite ways to play the game. Well, anyways, man, thanks. Do you want to play another one or no? Are you good for the night, man? I know we said 3.
Yeah, I gotta get some dinner.
Of course, buddy. I got to eat my dinner too. It's like damn near like 11:30 here, so
Yeah,
I definitely appreciate it, man. It was definitely good getting to hang out,
yeah,
and definitely appreciate the games, brother.
yeah. You gotta give me your Mistopheles list.
Oh yes, I will. I'll give you my Mistopheles list, and then after this, and sorry for the viewers, we're going to talk shop. I've got a bazillion unmasks, so I will give you 4 copies of Unmask if you like. I don't know what they're worth. I don't really care because I have 8 of them, and I don't need 8 of them. So you can play Suicide Black the way it was meant to be played.
Cool. Thanks.
Yeah, man. Hit me up after this, man. I'll trade them to you, man. So we can you can. Those rats killed me. I was like, God, this deck should be crushing right now against the blue deck. I'm like, you should be crushing Stasis. It's horrible against Suicide Black. I'm like, rats, why? Like, if they'd been pointed discard, you would have just been like owning the living crap out of them. Been like, game over. Like go home.
Poor rats.
Yeah, no, like, and being fair, like, I think I may have been one of the people who maybe suggested that card to you for the deck. I'm like, oh, maybe you could replace it with this. It doesn't do it justice. It just doesn't do it justice. I was watching it play. I was watching it play, and I'm like, man, this does not do justice to this deck because it doesn't work. It just like doesn't really do what you want. They just discard a shitty card. But yeah. Anyways, all right, buddy. I'll let you go, man. So you get your dinner.
Okay.
Appreciate the games, man.
You too. Ciao.
All right, brother. Yep. Later now.